Less than 15 months ago, Sam Konstas made his debut for New South Wales as a prodigious 18-year-old. Fast forward 12 months, he's on the big stage, taking on the world's best bowler with ridiculous ramp shots, and taking on Virat Kohli shoulder first, bringing excitement and revolutionising modern-day Test cricket. But before we get into the video, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe, as we're trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year. But what I find even more interesting is the fact that Konstas wasn't even dominating at the underage level. Despite being primed for a massive Under-19 World Cup, being one of the few first-class cap players, Konstas did not live up to expectation. There was a clear weakness in his game, and that was the in-swinger, getting bowled almost every game he played in the World Cup. But Konstas has always been earmarked for big things from a young age. He was heard telling his mum that he always wanted to play for Australia. Mentor is Shane Watson, who has helped him through the mental side of the game. Konstas for a long time did not own social media, and still continues to not pay too much attention to it, as he believes it might clog up his brain or get him addicted to his phone. Konstas put in the hard yards during the off-season, and it paid dividends in their first Shield match of the year for New South Wales, with Konstas scoring 200s in his first game. With 471 runs and an average of 58 in the Sheffield Shield, Konstas banged down the door to get an Australia A call up. The Australia A series did not go to plan, as Konstas only managed 92 runs and an average of 30. He did, however, manage to salvage a 73 not out in the final innings of the Australia A series. McSweeney was in the end preferred over Konstas, despite being a number 3 or 4 for South Australia in the Sheffield Shield. However, it was after missing selection that Konstas really made waves. It started with a 107 off 97 for the PM's 11, facing the Indian 11. This was a very significant knock, since he was placing all of India's frontline bowling attack apart from Bumrah. Despite being up against India's test bowling attack, Konstas displayed no fear. He also used his reverse ramp, a shot that would become really famous and also be his trademark in future times. Konstas then moved to the Big Bash, where he continued to bang down the door. He made a rapid-fire 56 off 28, the fastest 50 in Sydney Thunder history. This was all the while Nathan McSweeney was struggling against Bumrah, failing to get it off the square, with a high score of only 39 in 6 innings. By this point, the selectors had seen enough and elected to pull the plug, with Sam Konstas getting handed a Boxing Day debut in front of 87,000 fans. Just about the selection, Andrew McDonald said they needed to throw something different in India. This proved as foreshadowing, as in just a week's time we would see one of the most unbelievable test debuts in recent history. And throw something different he did, with Konstas firing a rapid 60 off a runner ball. Konstas managed to rattle the Indians, knocking them off their lines, lengths and fielding positions. Jasprit Bumrah, a man in the conversation of the greatest test bowlers of all time, taking wickets at an average of 10 runs this series. Konstas managed to take Bumrah for 40 runs off his first 6 overs. He completely managed to get under the skin of the Indian players, forcing Virat Kohli to try and take action and scare the 19-year-old into his shell. The belligerent batting of the 19-year-old also freed up his opening partner and number 3, Marnus Labuschagne and Usman Khawaja, with the pair scoring their first and second 50s respectively for the series. Turning the tail in the series, Konstas was then dropped for Travis Head to open the batting in Sri Lanka. However, remains a certainty to open the batting in the West Indies and for the World Test Championship final. Despite his sparkling batting performances, Konstas has came in for a lot of tap from a lot of pundits, with one particular English journalist noting that he might have already hit his highest score, since his reverse ramps were not sustainable. However, it only takes one look at Sheffield Shield cricket to see that Konstas is not all about the ramp, and that he can play classical, conventional cricket shots. I think a lot of people have also forgotten that the guy is only 19 years old, and he's probably got another 20 years left in his career. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe, as we are trying to hit 500 subs by the end of the year. Thank you very much.